you're back. And I'm so glad. Welcome to my randomness. So I said I was going to just follow whatever came, whatever I felt we should talk about, and whatever you as the viewers decided you wanted to hear about. So I thought I'd kick off the randomness of this series with a topic that I have obviously hyperfixated on. And that would happen to be a little concept called the koan. Now, if you're familiar with Zen Buddhism, you'll know what this means. It's effectively a saying or a story that is meant to kickstart your brain away from its mess of intrusive thought. The goal here is obviously to escape your mind, to have a moment of no mind, as it would be called. And there is one specific koan that has really helped me. And I'm thinking maybe it would help you too. Now, why do I have an interest in Zen Buddhism? I was raised a Christian, though of course my views on religion, like everything else, might be a little bit different, but that's a topic for a whole other video. Why? It's an interesting, funny, weird reason why I started diving into the realm that is Zen. And that is because I was born into a family of fighters, of martial artists. And I was trained in and competed in various martial arts for like 2 decades, starting when I was a baby. Again, that's a whole other story. Let me know if you want to hear more about that. But so to undergo the kind of grueling training required, the discipline required, especially as someone with a pinball brain, i.e. ADHD, I came across Zen as a very interesting way of calming the mind, of being able to get that focus and also to quiet down the chatter. I don't know if any of you have seen The Last Samurai. You know, the point where he's trying to master the technique and they say, too many mind, no mind. That's something my judo coach said to me. And that's something I myself have tried to tap into when going into the disciplined state of pushing through and training and just overall being able to handle life better, to escape the gloom of the overwhelm, because that is the whole point of Zen. The whole point is to try to escape the prison that is our minds. And maybe we can do that together. Or either way, at least it's something interesting. So, okay, let's get to it. I know you're impatient. I'm sorry. I do apologize. So, I came across this in a collection called Writings by the Zen Masters. It's by Penguin. You can find it on Kindle. That's where I found it. And this one is called Joshu's Dog. So I'm just going to read out from this section here. And I apologize in advance for getting any of my pronunciations wrong. A monk asked Joshu, a Chinese Zen master, has a dog Buddha nature or not? Joshu answered, mu. Mu is the negative symbol in Chinese, meaning nothing or nay. What does this mean? And why, if you use it correctly, can it help to still your mind and escape the storm of thoughts? So what we have here in the book is some comments by Mumon, and I will go to the section I think is relevant. Do not believe it is the common negative symbol meaning nothing. It is not nothingness, the opposite of existence. If you really want to pass this barrier, you should feel like drinking a hot iron ball that you can neither swallow nor spit out. Then your previous lesser knowledge disappears. As a fruit ripening in season, your subjectivity and objectivity naturally become one. It is like a dumb man who has had a dream. He knows about it, but he cannot tell it. When he enters this condition, his ego shell is crushed and he can shake the heaven and move the earth. He is like a great warrior with a sharp sword. I will tell you how to do this with this koan. Just concentrate your whole energy into this mu, and do not allow any discontinuation. When you enter this mu and there is no discontinuation, your attainment will be as a candle burning and illuminating the whole universe. What does it mean? What does it mean to concentrate on mu? Again, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this completely wrong. I do apologize. The point is, you can't concentrate on something that does not exist. So it's like, and this is the whole point of koans, it kind of tricks your mind. It gets it to come out of its conscious thought chatter pattern, because you start thinking about two things, a duality that cannot exist at the same time. The answer is if something was everything and nothing. And for me, this is just my interpretation, when I found myself completely overwhelmed, completely engulfed by thoughts and feeling like a slave to them, just thinking of this koan, just thinking of this one word, this mu, focusing on it, I find everything else just melts away, because your brain can't quite comprehend it. It's like tripping a fuse. Everything switches off. For a moment, you have peace. And I think that's really quite incredible. Can you see that? When you try that, when you try to focus on it, do you find a clearness, a calmness in your brain? Let me know in the comments if you get that same reaction. Let me know if you have a different interpretation or there's anything to add. I really want to know anything else that we can explore together. I really would love to know your thoughts. This was Ness, broadcasting as hyperfixating Ness, because while causing no harm to others, we make them.